democratization. So una is liberalization. Liberalization occurs when a non-democratic system becomes politically more open and less repressive. The government expands individual rights and freedoms, often through official changes in the country's constitution or the enforcement of previously ignored constitutional provisions. So dito, para mas mabilis na lang, dahil siya naman ay concept sa, yung ano na lang, 3 points na lang niya ang sasabihin ko. So ang sa liberalization, it happens when a non-democratic government becomes more open and less controlling, and then often includes granting more individual rights and freedoms. Leaders may do this to gain more support while still keeping power. For example, so si China, it allowed more personal freedom but kept tight political control. So hindi lagi na ang democracy ang naglilid ng buo. Sometimes it just makes authoritarian rule a bit softer. So yun ang liberalization. So others, as in the case of Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev, are unable to contain the politically destabilizing forces that can surface during periods of liberalization. There are degrees of liberalization. A country undergoing significant liberalization would move from left to right in figure 11.1, but liberalization does not necessarily alter the category in which a comparativist would replace the regime. Reforms that liberalize a non-democratic system might move the country from one regime type or yung authoritarianism to another or yung semi-authoritarianism, but they might also make an authoritarian system less authoritarian without clearly moving it out of the authoritarian category. So next is democratization. Democratization is a regime transition that establishes a stable democratic system. It is a move from left to right across the continuum that reaches the democratic category and, if successful, remains there. Not all democratization processes are successful. Incomplete democratization occurs when a democracy exists for a short time and then collapses or slowly regresses. So, ang key points naman ni democratization, it is the process of fully shifting from a non-democratic to a democratic system. Tapos, it can be quick or take many years. Not all attempts succeed. Some democracies fail or go backward. More common in poorer countries or places with frequent military makeovers. Building a stable democracy usually takes decades. So for examples of incomplete democratization are plentiful, particularly among less economically developed countries or countries with histories of repeated military involvement in domestic politics. Alright, so like regime transitions in general, the phase of democratization varies. A non-democracy may collapse in a matter of days, or it may evolve into a more democratic system over a long time, with liberalization ultimately leading to the establishment of a system recognized as democratic. The successful consolidation of a democracy is nearly always a protracted process, typically occurring in decades rather than years. So next naman ay ang waves of democratization. So these are global trends where many countries become democracies around the same time. Political scientist Samuel Huntington called these waves. So after a wave, sometimes a reverse wave happens. Some new democracies collapse. Even after reverse waves, the number of democracies usually remains higher than before. So yun ay although political scientist Samuel Huntington was not the first to discuss the idea of global democratic surge and retrenchments, the concept of waves of democracy is mostly closely associated with Rees' 1991 book of the Third Wave. So during a democratization wave, the number of new democracies exceeds the number of democratic breakdowns. Eventually, the balance may shift, Europe. Nangyari naman siya noong 1920s to 1940s. And then, second wave was World War II occupation and decolonization in Africa and Asia noong 1940s to 1960s. Second reverse wave naman ay the resurgence of bureaucratic and military authoritarianism in Latin America, Africa, and Asia, Southern European, Latin America, and post-communist democratization noong 1970s to 1990s. Thus, ang possible third reverse wave ay European authoritarianism in Peru under Fujimori and in some post-communist states noong 1990s hanggang 2000. And then, ang possible fourth wave ay yung Mexico's 2000 presidential election na ang kanyang period naman ay 2000 at present. Yep.